es 5.000 millas de aquí. Es un gran gusto poder llegar a toda esta gente que quiere mantenerse en contacto con su país y con ciertos asuntos, la discusión de ciertos temas. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo se encuentran? Como dije, hoy es lunes 27 de agosto, 27, 28, 29. Este viernes terminamos el mes de agosto y lo que no recibimos en el mes de, por decir generalizando así, en el mes de julio, junio y julio, es más, la lluvia, pues lo hemos conseguido en el mes de agosto. Porque la lluvia no ha parado en realidad, continúa, no ahorita, no ahora, pero yo creo que ha estado lloviendo fácilmente por los últimos 3 o 4 días. Y ha estado lloviendo tanto así que pues las calles están en malas condiciones ahorita y te pido que te cuides mucho, especialmente cuando luego de una lluvia, cuando muchos vehículos no tienen nada de consideración y te bañan con, con el lago que se estanca en el lado de la carretera. Compañeros, como siempre, vamos a empezar nuestro programa con una oración, porque hoy hemos recibido el milagro de estar vivos, que aunque quizás estemos un poquito chencos aquí y dolidos por otro lado, estamos vivos. Y eso es importante. Mientras que hay vida, hay esperanza para algo mucho mejor. Padre, te doy las gracias por la vida, por la salud, por las fuerzas. Te doy las gracias por la comida de hoy. Te doy las gracias por las amistades, los familiares que se preocupan y se ocupan. Muchas gracias por las amistades, las buenas amistades, que muchas veces nos sirven mucho más que nuestros propios familiares. Gracias, Padre, por todas estas cosas buenas. Te doy las gracias también por las experiencias que nos haces pasar, que a través de nuestra conciencia nos hablas y nos dices, ahí no, ahí sí. Padre, muchas gracias por todo esto. Te doy las gracias también por el bienestar que nos das. Te pido, Padre, que como siempre, nunca te olvides de aquellas personas que más lo necesitan. Y te pido en particular por los ancianitos necesitados, los niños desamparados, por las personas que están enfermos y enfermas en las calles, en los hospitales, en las cárceles, en su casa. Sanarlos, Padre. Y también por todos nosotros que tenemos una necesidad u otra. Que con toda la sinceridad podamos decir, Padre, necesito ayuda. Con la sinceridad del corazón. Decir, Padre, necesito ayuda. Porque tú nunca nos fallas, siempre cumples. Si somos sinceros. Padre, te bendecimos, te adoramos y te glorificamos siempre. Amén. Las 7:09. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo se encuentran hoy por la mañana? Ojalá y bien. Hoy es lunes, como dije, y vamos a tener un invitado. Pero antes de ir a esa pausa, quiero saludar a todas las personas que están cumpliendo años, que también están celebrando aniversarios y que tengan un festejo u otro, recordando siempre que la moderación es clave en todo. Aquellas personas que ganaron en la lotería ayer, que están regocijando, porque hoy van a ir al chino y le van a dejar broc al chino. Pues te felicito, yo nunca he tenido esa suerte. El número que se sortió ayer, 92. Compañeros, vamos rápidamente a una pausa cuando son las 7:11 y estaremos de vuelta con ustedes luego de estos anuncios. Pero no se vayan.
The sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at derekgillett31@gmail.com. Gillette's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico.
Sign up today. Now available in Corozal. Coming soon to San Ignacio.
Six cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
Looks like it vibrates. You think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the watchers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine, Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Why go anywhere else on vacation when an unforgettable experience awaits you right here in your own backyard? Explore southern Belize, home to the Cacao Trail, the historically rich Maya, and our illustrious southern heritage. Satisfy your sweet tooth with a cacao tour, relax by the river, or enjoy a basket weaving demonstration. Stop in for some delicious southern food. Come and enjoy some good old-fashioned southern hospitality. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Freshly extracted local honey, perfect for today's dessert. And these locally produced onions, they are just the right size for my popular onion rings and hamburgers. And these cuts of sheep lamb, also grown locally, are just perfect for my succulent barbecue. When I think about my family's health, I buy local products first. After all, they are fresh and healthier. And if you do the same, you're shaping a brighter future for your community, your family, and yourself, as local spending circles back to you. Remember, when you buy local products, you are building a better Belize. This message is proudly sponsored by the Food and Agriculture Organization, European Union, Ministry of Agriculture, and Belize Marketing and Development Corporation.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan muriatic acid, now in 900 milliliters. and much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
Attention all parents and students. A&R Stores countrywide announced the arrival of their back-to-school inventory. If you need school bags and knapsacks, say no more. A&R Stores have the largest assortment of knapsacks in the country with brands like Jansport, Capsule, and Everest, famous for their resistance and durability. If you need school supplies, A&R Stores have everything, yes, everything you'll need, such as exercise books, composition books, lunch bags, folders, and a whole range of school supplies and arts and craft material. A&R Stores, your #1 store for back-to-school supplies. Visit them at any of their 8 locations. A&R Store, where our prices make the difference.
Sign up today. Now available in Corozal. Coming soon to San Ignacio.
When you read out, I'll put that one big laughing. Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It is exactly 19 minutes after 7 o'clock. It is my distinct pleasure to say good morning and welcome, as always, my good friend, Mr. Robert Checky Usher. Good morning, Chex.
Good morning, Pa.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank God. I feel so good this morning. I don't know if that rain make I feel so good, but you know, I feel good this morning. And yourself?
Pretty good, actually, except for a little. Yesterday, I did laundry, and well, the machine, unfortunately, something went wrong, and I had to do most of it by hand.
So you had to scrub then?
And then wait, hold up, scrubbing board. And then, but that wasn't the bad part because I'm used to the hard work.
Yeah.
But it rained and 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 my clothes still dry.
It's still dry.
It's still dry.
Still dry.
But what can I do?
Yeah, because of rain, I never know a place that was heavy rain.
Yes, it was heavy rain.
Yeah. But you know also, Pa, Orange Walk witnessed close to 7 deaths in the past week. You know, we had with the 2 young men on Sunday. Then we had the lady. Then we had Nita Roberts' wife. We had Mr. Shah. We had Darrell. And also Mr. Flowers. 7 persons in 1 week died in Orange Walk.
So true.
Yeah, 7 persons. But so, you know, as we live with life, we have to give thanks and praise daily as the days go by.
You know, I can recall Chicky, that there was a time when I was a kid when the people would say, el cuerpo está suave, vaya a la gente.
Yeah, curse somebody.
Curse somebody. And coincidentally, somebody would die. I said, te lo dije.
Yeah.
Te lo dije que vaya a llevar a alguien. Y resulta que 1, y 2, y 3, y 4 personas se mueren. Y se llevó 5 personas el difunto.
Yeah.
¿Qué tiene que ver si está suave o no, o está duro? No lo sé. Pero hay cierta gente que jura de que eso es cierto.
Yeah. But let's check in with the Belize Met Service before we go further, because we have a lot to report this morning about the flooding in the PG area. We'll try to see if we can get the NEMO minister online this morning.
This is the general weather forecast for today, Monday, the 27th of August. This report is generated at 5:30 in the morning and indicates that moist and unstable conditions continue to affect the area. Wow. So, the 24-hour forecast says it's going to be sunny with cloudy spells today and cloudy at times tonight. Some showers, periods of rain, and isolated thunderstorms will affect mainly the southern coast this morning and tonight, and inland areas this afternoon. Never, ever discount the possibility that it may rain here in the north in the morning. That was just came proof a couple of days ago when we forecasted the showers for the afternoon, and in the morning we were being pelted with heavy rains. The winds from the east at 5 to 15 knots, with winds becoming more gusty. The sea state light up to rough. There is a small craft caution in effect for locally rough seas near heavy showers and thunderstorms. Flood alerts remain in effect for flood-prone areas, especially southern areas of the country. Now, I do gather that there is some flooding going on in the country already, and in particular in the southern areas. Temperatures along the coast, 87 degrees as a high, 79 as a low. Inland, we're going all the way up to 92 degrees Fahrenheit and 74 degrees Fahrenheit as a low. And in the hills, a very comfortable 82 degrees Fahrenheit as a high and 70 as a low. The outlook for Tuesday and Tuesday night is for a few showers and thunderstorms to develop around the country, especially over the south. So the sun sets today at 10 minutes after 6, and the sun rises tomorrow at 23 minutes before 6. Look how quickly it has advanced. The hour where the sun sets has advanced to almost 6:10, when about a couple months, about 6 weeks ago, it was at 6:30. Now it is at 10 past 6. So it's getting dark much earlier today. Thank you, Francisca Wellington, for this information. Aquí les va, buenos días, aquí les va el reporte del estado del tiempo. Para hoy, la situación general está puesta como condiciones húmedas e inestables continúan controlando nuestro clima aquí en Belice. Quiere decir de que hoy, durante el curso del día, estará soleado por momentos y con periodos de intensa nubosidad, y durante el curso del día, nublado también por la noche. Algunos chubascos o periodos de lluvia y tronadas aisladas estarán afectando el sur y la costa hoy por la mañana y por la noche, y luego en el interior del país hoy por la tarde. Recuerden que no define dónde en el interior, si es el sur, no central o norte. Puede ser cualquiera de estas áreas. Y no descuenten la posibilidad, por favor, de que hoy por la mañana también tengamos chubascos. Los vientos del este de 5 a 15 nudos con ráfagas más fuertes. El estado del mar ligeramente agitado a súper agitado. Por eso hay una nota de cautela para aquellas pequeñas embarcaciones, porque es obvio que si estás en el mar abierto y hay tronadas y chubascos fuertes, entonces pudiera haber vientos y ráfagas que te pudieran causar problema en el mar. ¿Okay? Así que, por favor, aquellas personas que no saben nadar y piensan salir a tomar un viajecito a Kikaka o donde sea, por favor, usar sus chalecos salvavidas. Si el capitán te dice que no tiene, quítate, sácate de ese barco y ve a un barco que te lo ofrece.
That's right.
Salte. ¿Ok? Y si dicen, no, no va a pasar nada, tú pídelo. Pídelo. Es tu derecho. ¿Ok? Estarían en contra de la ley ellos cuando no están ofreciendo chalecos salvavidas. Así que guárdalo esto en tu mente. No digas, no me lo ofreció, yo no lo pedí. Tenemos que dejar de ser conformistas. ¿Ok? Hay, como dije, también hay esta alerta para ciertas áreas que están en áreas bajas. Están en áreas bajas que están bastante vulnerables a inundaciones. Por favor, estar tomando máximo cuidado ahí, porque pudiera causarles problemas. Vamos a entrar aquí porque parece que perdí la página. Bueno, temperaturas por la costa 87 grados y máxima. En el interior del país 94 grados y por las colinas únicamente 82 grados. Así que hoy con el poquito de lluvia pues no va a calentar tanto, pero sí tomen mucha agua porque recuérdense que la humedad es bastante fuerte. Así que, compañeros, hoy no te quites la idea de que ya paró la lluvia y bla, bla, bla. No, es muy probable que continuemos viendo chubascos, especialmente por la tarde, hoy por la tarde. Así que...
Thank you very much, Emmanuel. And I like that you mentioned about those life jackets, because you see, like when we went to Kikaka for this lobster festival, all those boats was over ram. But the Coast Guard person from the Coast Guard are there to make sure that they don't overjam the boats. But they're well packed. But all the life vests in there, and nobody asked for one, and nobody on the boat. They say, okay, we're going to Kikaka. They not tell people we're going to have life jacket up there, life vest. If you don't want to use it, you should put it on. But like you said, if they don't offer it to you, you make sure you get it. Better safe than sorry. Can you imagine one of the vessels?
It should be a rule that once just like on a plane, that if you're going to be going over water, and a plane obviously has to go over water, it should be the same thing with a boat. You're in the water. As soon as you sit down, ma'am, life jacket's under your seat, okay? If you have a baby, a child, please put on the life jacket, all right? We're not telling you.
And instruct you how to.
They tell you, they don't tell you because then they go like, you're gonna be like doubting the safety of the ride, but accidents happen. And I mean, nothing wrong in advising you that if there is anything that happening, if perhaps one rogue wave come, because those things are natural.
Yeah, and everybody on the rush should try to do something.
Right, that you should have it done. Yo sí, yo pido dónde están mis chalecos salvavidas y hasta me lo pongo.
Yeah, and when you go up on the airline, they instruct you and show you how to put them on. They have them things in the boat. There's some people don't know how to put on anything. You know?
So what happened to the Coast Guard? Don't they do periodic checks?
They only check on the boat to see if they not overload the boat. They stay on the pier when they say, okay, this amount, okay, you stop right there. Nobody else is coming on.
But they do have, like, the whole, they do have parameters, in other words, of work to make sure that, yes, they're not overloaded, but also it should be included that they should be supervising if the passengers are wearing life vests.
Yeah, that's true. I think they just supervise the balancing of the boat, you know. But the operators should know that everybody should use a life vest, and you should explain to them, okay, and the right here, so take it and put it on. This is the way you do it. So you do this, so you pull this, so, and you're good. You know, but that not happen. And a ride from Belize to San Pedro is like a little bit over an hour. That's a long ride for you there without some kind of safety, because anything could happen on a sea. These vessels are built by men, you know, and anything can go wrong anytime. You know.
Well, I can understand on the big boats like Island Express, is it?
San Pedro
Belize Express. Well, I can understand that you have, those are bigger boats, and if anything happens, well, there's a certain amount of time that you can get to the life vest. But not on those small boats.
No.
Not on those small boats, please.
Because then
one rogue wave comes, lifts you up, turn you right over. What time do you have to get a life vest?
Yeah, you can't.
You can't. There's just no time. So please be aware of those things from the minute you get into a boat. ¿Dónde está el chaleco salvavidas? Y si no te contestan, no te quedes con la boca callada. Pregunta, pide.
It's your right.
It's your right. Porque más luego vas a oír, es que no me lo dieron, y tú lo pediste, no, porque a mí no me lo ofrecieron. No así funciona la cosa.
Today say good morning, check one to ask God's blessing on Kifan Iglesias. First day in second farm at Technical High School. We wish him the best. Successful year comes to you from your grandparents, Jan and Flora. That's Flora Rayburn. Wishing her grandson the best. Second farm. High school's open today as well, Pa.
Well, I thought that they had opened for Friday, but Friday's
most of the orientation day, and people to get familiar and where is your class and who's your teacher, instructors. But today they are officially opening. So all the best to all the students, the high school students going to school. And Monday, free paper bun for the primary schools. Monday primary schools are opening. So like yesterday, it was a surprise, and I'm glad to report that A&R opened yesterday, the one on Progress Street, so that people can go and shop on Sunday.
Good for them.
Yeah, so we want to commend them for, offering that great service to our community, especially when it comes to the students. Remember, not only students buy, teachers have to buy them the materials, get everything ready for back to school work. Because when school starts, it starts, Pa. What you don't got, you don't got. But you got to make sure to get the essential, necessary school supplies that you need to start school.
That is exactly right. And do we have any police news here in Orange Walk?
Police news for Orange Walk.
On the north?
Yeah. Let me see. I don't think we have any. I think we might have something from Corozal. Let me check what we have here this morning. And these came in yesterday. By a lot of thing. I'll ask you if you share this one with our viewers there. This came in yesterday. From here you can go down.
It says on the 24th of August at about 1:25 in the afternoon, police conducted a search on an abandoned lot in the area of Rainbow Town, Corozal district. Where is that Rainbow Town?
Rainbow Town is the area more or less by, where Radio Bahia is, around by where by the cemetery area there, in that area.
Okay. They say, and as a result of this search, they found one Webley and Scott Birmingham pistol caliber 32 without serial number, with 6 32 live rounds of ammunition and one Smith & Wesson 32 Beretta pistol, serial number unknown, with 2 Smith & Wesson brand live ammunition. No one is in the immediate area, so pistols and ammunition were sealed, labeled, and deposited as found property. Otherwise, there's no major incident to report.
Here, how much ammunition did they?
But that means somebody was going to use it, and somebody knew it was there, and they reported it. I would imagine that they were the ones who reported it, and so the police came over and got it.
Yeah.
But at least it's two pieces of two handguns. I do believe they're handguns.
Yep.
Yeah. That 2 less that are on the street.
Yep, they're gone.
And that's just
good police work. But Emmanuel, you know that this thing with Mr. Saldivar, Arthur Saldivar, what happened? He lost the case. He lost the case on Friday.
So the PUP has finally, question mark, gotten rid of Arthur Saldivar. The convention, the much touted convention has happened. Arthur Saldivar was not there. But, ladies and gentlemen, for the area of Belmopan, there were only 940 votes. Remember that Belmopan is, in terms of population, is almost bigger than Orange Walk Town.
Yep.
Most people don't even know that. But the area of Belmopan has a huge number of people living there now. And to think that only 940 people went to vote at the PUP convention is almost laughable. I don't know if it's because of the rain or because people are just not encouraged or motivated enough to go to a political convention, and especially to a PUP convention. So much so that 653 people voted for one person. What is the name of that person?
Mr. Mira.
Mr.
Mira.
Mira. And 171 people voted for the second and 94, and there were 2 spoiled votes. 940 people went to the polls yesterday in Belmopan. Not to the polls, but yes, to the polls.
To their
but
polls.
To the nominations for the PUP standard bearer in Belmopan. Very disappointing numbers.
If we
only 940.
If we look at the 2015 election, the Honorable John Saldivar in the 2015 election, he garnered an amount of 53.92% of the votes that was cast, that amount of 3,532. 3,532. That's the amount that John...
And his opponent?
2775.
2775.
Patrick Jason Andrews.
Just to tell you that, and what kind of percentage that went out to vote?
Like you see, it says 70 to 80.
7.80%. So 6,300 people went out to vote.
There was 177 for one independent candidate and 67 for another independent.
So call it 6,500 in all.
Yep.
And that represented 80%. So if we divide that by 4 and multiply it times 5, so you will have 1650 times 5, it's about 16. Belmopan has in excess of 8,000 voters had in the last election.
But the 2775 that Patrick Jason Andrews got in that election, they're like 3 times the amount of what was casted at that convention yesterday. Because it was 900 plus Patrick Jason Andrews got 2775. 3 times 927.
So why is it that they had such a low turnout, 940 people?
And to reach that amount for the Honorable John Saldiva, which is 35, 32.
So again, my question, why 940 people?
Maybe sick of the weather, boy. Or maybe the majority of people may come out for ATA.
You think so?
Maybe. Because
I think that one thing, the people in Belmopan don't want a PUP representative. Period. Some shot there. They're tired of PUP lies, and they prefer John Saldiva any day. Any day. That's my opinion. And I think that John Saldiva is going to win that area again for the United Democratic Party, and he's going to win it easily.
Yeah, Seko said there is no hope for the People's United Party in Belmopan.
I can almost tell you that at this moment, because politics is very dynamic.
Yeah.
It changes.
But how you build on that when you have ATA out there? Suppose ATA just decide, okay.
How you think ATA is going to react now?
By the man must say happy in a way that they're not getting a big turnout, but you must say, man, if I may only get a chance today, I could have get more than 900.
But they didn't get him in there, so what do you think he's going to be happy with the PUP? What kind of person would it take to be for that person after having been literally pushed out of the convention arena, would warm up to them and go hugging and kissing as if nothing happened? What kind of person would do that?
What happened is, I believe the man was pampine to say, you know, say, oh, never want to make I run. If I'm a run, I can bring out 3,000 persons or 2,000. But the three within a 3 persons, that 900 plus come out.
You have a good point. Can it be that perhaps the PUP in Belmopan are completely annoyed at the position that the PUP party leader has taken of actually kicking out Arta Saldiva, no care what? Can it be that the people are saying, why you not make the man run? Why you not make the man run? If people want her, make them vote for her. If they don't want her, they just don't vote for her. Thing done.
Yeah.
Why is it that you must be so dictatorial and say, I don't want you, I don't like you, I'll carry a coat if you insist? That's the position of the PUP when it comes to Arta Saldiva.
Somebody sent a text and said, Belmopan is ready for red again. And somebody said, yes, we want Saldiva in Belmopan, but not Arta. John.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Belmopan.
Yeah. So that is what is happening there, my brother. So it worked out that way there, so. And Arta never get away for run. But then when
and I don't think this is the last we hear of Arta Saldiva.
You think you're here for that again?
We are here again.
What the man?
Because he is a very resilient, very tenacious man. Stubborn, from what I see.
And he don't spend the money too.
Well,
you want back his money?
I can't. What I have in my mind, I can't say it on public television.
I wonder if they are looking to something differently now with this one at Belize Rural Central and say, you know what? But I will left alone and make that man run, you know. I make the people and decide. Mr. Skeen.
Oh,
Remember, he mentioned that then they try to put him aside because they want to endorse Dolores.
Dolores.
And that is scheduled for this Sunday coming.
But I think that people are becoming more and more aware of the fact that the PUP is a party it's a dictatorship party. Huh? How do you think Mr. Skeen must be feeling right now if he has been on the campaign trail? And then all of a sudden tell him, you, Mr. Skeen, you can't run.
We are endorse Dolores.
Endorse Dolores. And you go like, what kind of thing this? We're just supposed to go down on convention? We endorse Dolores thing done.
Yeah.
You went pissed off mad. That's a fact.
Lap your tail, boy. Lap your tail.
I think that I don't know if the PUP is taking chances and taking very brave chances and saying, oh, tell you what, we are winning next election, so no care what, we could do what we want. But people are watching that kind of activity, you know, that's going on in People's United Party. They're not fooled.
Well, Mr. Skeen say
people are watching.
Mr. Skeen say he tell one another that if you don't got 15 seats and Skeen is not on that list, he is not the candidate for the PUP in Belize Rural Central. Don't count in that seat. Don't count that you will form government, because that 16 seat not come in for you. If that the seat you the wait pan, that the seat you need, no count it in if you not on the ballot.
This is the area of Ladyville?
That covers Ladyville, Lads Bank, we have La Democracia, Manante, all in place up here now. Mahogany
Heights. This is the area by Beverly?
Yeah, Bev. Yeah. The Bev area. But Emmanuel, if you believe that you have the people's support, why is it that you would prefer, I know say that Dolores prefer that they endorse her, but isn't it good for you to make your first try at our convention? If you make you see what the people think and how, if you make it at the convention, then you know who got you, but if you don't make it at the convention, then possibility you never make it for the big election either.
Mm-hmm. But you see, it's also a very bold statement you're doing when you have a convention. Albeit the fact that conventions can be divisive, but because people on the opposing sides never seem to like join together as before, because they have said so many things against each other that you go like, chop me down one, say the other one. Guys have talk about my talk about granny, he tell me all about my pedigree. Yeah. And those things hurt, and people hold it within.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
But it's a bold statement when a party can openly say, we're having a convention, let democracy rule. That is a bold statement. The democracy must exist in the country, and it must be present in the party itself.
Yeah.
That aspires to be government.
Because it's not what the executive want, it's what the people want. Because if two persons run and the executive feel like, hey, I feel like, make give him the break, man, because he don't know a lot of things for the party. That doesn't mean that the electorate on the ground want that person. So you have to give the chance to the electorate to decide who they want. So you win the elections. This is not a favorable thing because this person do something for you, or that person may do this one time, or that somebody family in the party make we put on, or that contributor to the party make we put on. You have to put persons who are favorable to the electorate, who they want elect to make you win to farm the government. Only say you can farm it, you know, with the people out there on the ground color there and vote, unless people say, okay, well, we know how to convince them people, so we have put this person in my backs right now, but down the line, we know how to deal with them. And that's not a good direction to get people to vote for you.
So, that's so true.
Right.
But we need to take a break, our first break, or second break actually, when it is 11 minutes before 8 o'clock. We'll be right back after these messages.
Kenny Richards, and I'm representing Cellular Plus, where we provide sales for cell phones and cell phone servicing, and also TV repairs. We use the net a lot to download softwares and different programs for the servicing of our devices. We need something more reliable and stable. Previous internet that we've been using had a lot of droppage. Sometimes it was non-existent for a couple hours. We are a service-minded company and we need to get our products out and servicing out as quick as possible. Now with the Diginet service, surfing the web looking for stuff for customers has improved our time and everything. Software downloads or software uploads, communicating with our customers and transferring large files, and improve our service on a wide spectrum of services that we provide. Anyone that's internet-based and service-driven I would recommend Diginet to everyone in Belize.
Now available in Corozal. Coming soon to San Ignacio.
You have an 8-cylinder powerful engine disguised as an aluminum alloy that spins at 8,000 revolutions per minute.
Goes like this. You think it's a turbo?
No, with a cleaning of injectors and a change of oil, you will run more efficient, my friend.
For those who understand the engine like it talks to you, we speak machine. Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega and Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Motor 5.0, 4 válvulas por cilindro. Todos quisiéramos una. Como que no agarra, ¿no? Siento como que se le pega el balancín. Vamos a darte el aceite que te mereces. Vas a correr como rayo, preciosa.
Los que oímos más allá de las revoluciones, hablamos máquina. Roche France, poniendo el mundo a funcionar.
Agente autorizado, German Vega y Sons. Teléfono 322-3625. Roche France.
Before we signed up for Diginet, things at home were a bit...
Mom, Kata's hacking up the internet. Who's it? Fix it.
Chaotic when it came to the internet. But since we signed up for Diginet, fiber optic internet for your home, everything has been going awesome. Everyone can be online at the same time, consistent and reliable speeds, no more fighting for internet. It's a mother's dream. It's so affordable. I got a 20 megabyte plan for only $169 monthly. Plus, it comes bundled with a free postpaid plan and free home phone service. We're saving over $200 monthly. It's an unbelievable deal. Perfect for families. Trust me. Visit your nearest BTL office and ask about Diginet today.
Now available in Corozal. Coming soon to San Ignacio.
There's no need to go across the border to enjoy sun, sand, and crystal blue waters. Belize's northern islands and reef are just a boat ride away. Go slow and immerse yourself into the Caribbean Sea or enjoy some fresh coconut water. Or pick up the pace on an island where locals can enjoy sandy beaches by day and feast on your fresh catch by night. Discover the Mesoamerican Barrier Reef and submerge yourself into another world where you can experience a traffic jam you will want to return. You can also make new friends along the way. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It is exactly 6 minutes before 8 o'clock. A little while ago, we were talking about the heavy rains that we have been experiencing over the past days. So much so, ladies and gentlemen, that we have been getting reports of flooding in certain areas. Now, the ones that we will be immediately reporting on are the ones in the deep south. And from what we gather is that there is a lot of flooding, or some flooding, on the road, on the southern highway. That because of the situation is that they have lots of mountains in the areas and lots of valleys, that certain areas are flooded with lots of water on the road and creating problems for passengers. Okay?
Right.
That is from what we gather. Now, I don't know of any problems here in the north. If you do know of any problems in certain areas within town, then I would advise you, please, I would ask you, please, to call in and advise us. because we'll be talking to the Minister of NEMO very, very shortly, and perhaps we can help direct his attention to those areas as well. So, hay una cantidad después de una gran cantidad de lluvia que cayó durante los últimos 3-4 días, hay ciertas áreas dentro del país de Belice que han estado viendo inundaciones. Y en particular nos estamos refiriendo al área del sur, en el distrito de Toledo, donde ciertas aldeas han estado viendo inundaciones, pero importantemente estas son aldeas que están en la carretera yendo hacia Punta Gorda, lo cual entonces presenta una amenaza a los pasajeros, al transporte en general, que origina en Punta Gorda o que termina en Punta Gorda. Estamos hablando de gente que tiene que entrar y salir de Punta Gorda o la carga. Así que vamos a platicar con el señor ministro Edmond Castro este momento. Vamos a llegar a saber qué tan mal está la situación ahí. Adelante.
Yeah. Meantime, we have the minister on the line. If you want to ask any question, you can call 302-2170. The minister is here, and he will be able to answer you as well. So we're sending through this call right now and try to reach Honorable Edmond Cledeland Castro to bring us update of what is happening in the Punta Gorda. All right, let's try to get it again. I know he's on the road, so it might be a little difficult for us to reach him, but we will do our best. If we don't get on this next dial, then we will continue trying to reach him before we finish the show, so we can bring it to you all right here on Nortevision Channel 10, because it's important for our residents to know what is happening.
Exactly right.
All right. All right, in a flooding area, he said right now. All right, so we will call him back in a very short while. You know, when it comes to the NEMO minister, he always up on the ground, make sure things they happen, no?
He ain't rubber boots right now, imagine.
Yeah, so.
But good for him. Good for him.
And good for the people as well.
Good for the people as well.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm quite pleased with when I have people like that around who know what they have to go through, but they are out there for the benefit of the people. And I guess that's what makes Edmond Cledeland Castro win elections after elections.
Yeah, if we see on some of the commercials on the news that with the re-registration, how he's coming on, that we understand that he is on top of it right now. So many people have re-registered in the Belize rural north area. They got the operation well set up, well set up. That's why I say the man always the win. Comfortably said last time he tell the PM, no worry about me, you get your 15. Don't worry about me, my seat sure. And then he go for your 4th term now, you know. And in all of his elections, he had to go to convention. In all the election there. And he win all the conventions and win all the elections.
Well, some people would say that's not good, that he has had to go through conventions, but hey, that is only some sort of like reaffirmation or reassurance that, hey, you have the vote of the people.
Yeah, testing ground.
That's a testing ground.
Yeah, so all right, they happen.
Very pleased.
You know, but you know, as we continue with the re-registration part, we know that re-registration is still on, and this is the last week that those centers will be opened. The last week, up to this Friday.
You know.
Up to this Friday is the last date that these centers will be open.
That does not mean that re-registration will be finished, you know. Repito, eso no indica de que ya no vas a poder registrarte si no lo hiciste esta semana. Esta es la última semana donde se van a tener estos centros abiertos para facilitar el proceso. Pero cuando ya termine este proceso de facilitación Entonces si quieres registrarte, vas a poder ir a la oficina. Sí, voy a recordarles aquí de que la oficina para Orange Walk North and Central ya no es en Santa Ana Street, o ya no va a ser. Eso va a suceder aquí en 820 Road, donde era
la oficina
de el honorable Gaspar Vega. Ok, al lado del Lands Department. Ahí va a ser la oficina para North and Central Divisions. Así que si vives en North o en Central y no te has registrado y piensas registrarte en septiembre o en octubre, vas a tener que ir al edificio donde está el Lands Department. Ahí al lado va a ser en la oficina de elecciones y fronteras. ¿Ok? Si es que estás en East and South, entonces vas a ir al lado de la farmacia de Cami.
The original.
En un lugar en Santa Ana Street. No lo olviden, por favor. ¿Ok? Esa oficina va a ser solo para East and South. North and Central va a estar en 820 Road.
That's from Monday the 3rd.
Eso es desde el 13 de septiembre.
El lunes que viene. Una semana.
1, 2, 3. A 3 de septiembre. Porque el sábado es el primero, el segundo es el domingo y 3 es el lunes. Así que desde el 13 de septiembre, por favor, recuerden, si quieren algo que ver, tienen algo que ver con elecciones y fronteras o quieres registrarte, por favor, tienes que ir a la oficina de elecciones y fronteras, pero va a estar en 820 Road, Lands Department, al lado, donde era la oficina del viceprimer ministro, para Norte y para Central Divisions.
Right.
Okay.
And registration centers that are open right now up until Friday. For Orange Walk North, it's San Jose Government School and Trial Farm Government School. That's from now until Friday. Orange Walk Central, pa?
Orange Walk Central will be La Immaculada School, San Francisco School. Those are open throughout, have been open throughout the months of July and August, and will continue so until this Friday. Okay? Tomen oportunidad, tomen ventaja. Este es la última semana para que esos centros estén abiertos. Si es que esperas hasta el mes de septiembre, vas a tener que ir a las oficinas de elecciones y fronteras, donde ahí vas a tener que competir con todas las demás personas para atención y servicio. Esa es la gran diferencia. Okay, yeah. Recuerden esto.
And for Orange Walk East is Louisiana Government School. That's what Orange Walk East. I don't know if they have one for South. I don't know. I think South was only visits, right? Mm-hmm. I'm not sure for South, but since
South was only Guinea Grass, I think was open throughout 2 months.
Yeah. So right now, since the kids are still on holiday for the last week, you can make your time and go and re-register. Remember, when you register, you're doing it for yourself. Mm-hmm. You're doing that for yourself. So when elections come around, any election that comes around, you have that ID card to go and vote for whoever you want to vote for. So you have until this Friday, and then we can register. It's 2 minutes after 8, pa. We're going to continue right here this morning. We got some text messages coming in, and persons, well, they are glad that we are reminding them about the areas of registration. I believe the doc should be in sometime this morning, if the weather not keep on back, no? Mm-hmm. You know, and we'll try to see if we can get, should we try to see if we can get the NEMO minister again now? Mm-hmm. Okay, let's go to that and see if we can have Honorable Edmund Cledeland Castro. If we can't get him, then we go on a break, and then when we'll talk to him when we're on the break and see when is the best time for us to try to reach him, no? And, we see them boss there, continue filling up and filling up and filling up. Yeah. I'm going to city today. I might want a seat for you up on the bus. I might want a seat for you. I put your name on it with a big piece of tape. I said, this is Tina's seat.
Mr. Wado seat.
Yeah, Mr. Wado. Yeah. But Emmanuel, all right, I guess he's...
Yeah, I guess he's busy.
Yeah.
But the situation with the buses going to the Mexican border to Chetumal has...
Resolved?
No, has not been resolved as far as best as I know. I know somebody who went to Chetumal on Friday and came back on Saturday, and the situation was not any better. No, I'm hoping.
The minister is calling back. Make we see. Hello, good morning. Yes, good morning, Minister. Good morning, Minister.
What's that?
Yes.
And welcome to the Sugar City Morning Show. Myself and Emmanuel here today. Go ahead, Emmanuel.
Minister, a while ago we spoke with you, and you said that you were in some flooded areas. How bad is the flooding in the area that you're at?
Well, let me start with the one in the south. We're looking at everything is basically stabilized at this time. The water receded off the portion of the highway on the Southern Highway in the Jacintoville area, and in the Jacintoville, Enrichville, and the Barranco crossing the road at Barranco. Those were the three areas that flood was well flooded. And then in the Magoon area of town, in the Magoon area of Punta Gorda town, we assisted some families in there in that Magoon area in Enrichville, also in Jacintoville, with some, Nemo assisted them with some supplies, mainly cleaning stuff because their homes were flooded, and some of their mattresses and so got wet, so we're replacing that for them, and we're trying to take care of them as best as we can. We also have in the Leadville area, we had some flooding in the Leadville parts of Belize City was flooded. This was a result of some 7 hours of rain, mainly Saturday night into Sunday, almost all day Sunday.
Sir?
But most of those roadways are getting back to normal, so we are trying our best to deal with the assessment countrywide and see where else we need to fill in.
Sir, do you know of any flooding, or have you been informed of any flooding in the northern part of Belize?
No, not yet. I have not received such information. It's mainly along the coast and in the south.
This bridge that was flooded in the Toledo area by Jacintoville, was that on the main highway?
Yes. That's the main southern highway. Usually with that amount of rain, that area, that Jacintoville area and the area in Enrichville normally gets flooded. We had to block the highway from about midnight Saturday night. That was on the morning after 12, really, when we had recorded about 4 feet of water on the highway, so everything had to stop. Some people got trapped, and we had to deal with them yesterday. About 20 cars got trapped in between. Couldn't move left or right. So we dealt with that, but by 9:30, 10, the water had receded enough that the vehicles could have left the highway.
Okay. What's the next forecast looking at?
Well, we're looking at some more rain. The system is not quite stabilized. We'll get some more rain, and so we have to be prepared to see how fast we can save lives and assist people in time of need.
Any advice to residents and drivers when it comes to these type of flooding and these heavy rains?
Definitely, we try to warn drivers on the traversing the highways that if you see some water, do not attempt to cross it, especially if you're crossing with high speed. So slow down if it's raining, and make sure you take all the best precaution.
What part of Ladyville was affected, Minister?
And that was the area across the police station by Lowers. That area, I think it's mainly a drainage problem, but once the highway continue with the progress and they raise the highway, I think we will solve that problem. because of the drainage problem that is in that area normally gets flooded. But the highway will be paved all the way, I think, mostly all the way to the border, really. Yeah. And so the highway will be raised, and better drainage will be put in place. So we will solve that problem shortly in that Leaderville area. Some people know it as the Yellow Colbert area.
Okay. So I have a question. A little while ago, we were chatting about safety when you're out at sea, and you may be able to answer us. When you get into a boat, is it mandatory for you to be informed where the life vests are, especially if you're in a small boat, or is it only when you get into a little dangerous situation that you're informed? Is it laws?
I think the common sense approach is once you're on a boat, put on your life vest. Because you never know what can happen.
That's exactly the point, because a lot of owners of these boats are not offering life vests to their passengers.
Yes, but they can request it.
Okay.
They can request it.
Minister, this is the last week for the registration centers that they will be opening for re-registration. How is re-registration coming on in Belize Rural North?
Well, we are doing our best to make sure that we put on more than whichever opponent or opponents we will have. And the record will show, because we publish our data every week, how much we are putting on that we consider our people that we go for, people that we bring to register, and I think we outnumber them over 2 to 1.
From now,
it's not just an opponent, because in the last 2 elections I have opponents more than one. There was 2 people that ran against me, and I with both of them.
Yeah.
At both times.
From now until Friday, what are the centers that will be open for Belize Rural North?
We have the office in San Hill at the community center that will be open until Friday, and we have in Baralboom will open tomorrow Tuesday until Thursday or Friday, and another office we will open one in Bermuda Landing, and it will go from tomorrow, which is Tuesday, until Friday as well.
Okay, what's your message to the residents that haven't registered as yet?
Please contact us, please get in touch with us, and we will bring you, pick you up, bring you, get you registered, and return you back home. Well, but please come out and register so you can vote for me again.
Well, thank you very so much, Minister Inoko. Always reach us to get through those vital information.
Yes, man, thank you.
Thanks again, Minister.
Bye-bye.
The man is right on top, boy.
Yes. De lo que nos ha informado el ministro de que ya el agua ya se ha aclarado y que ya no presenta una amenaza actual a lo que es transporte y poder cruzar o llegar a Punta Gorda. Okay? So that is the water has receded.
All clear.
All clear.
But I was surprised to hear about
the Jacintoville area, and look at it, we got a map, you know. When I tell you about Trio and Midway and Jacintoville,
we got that.
We got that right here, so we know exactly what he's talking about. All right. So Jacintoville is after the dump, okay, coming down into going towards Punta Gorda, and then you have Jacintoville, and then you have Eldridge right at the very point of the fork, and then you have Forest Home going one way and Punta Gorda coming down one way. Cattle Landing is at the end. So Jacintoville and Eldridge, that area there is always flood prone. So it's clear. It's clear. The water has receded. And in areas in Ladyville, the waters have receded as well. We got that live and direct from the minister, the NEMO minister, Honorable Edmond Cledeland Castro. And when asked about any knowledge of areas that are flooded in the north, none. As far as he knows, none. So we're very glad to hear that. And I hope that we don't get that much rain to be able to cause those areas to be flooded, because Douglas is very prone to flooding, And all the area along the Rio Hondo is very, very prone to flooding because of the very low altitude. They are at sea level or below in some areas.
Yep.
So very, very prone to flooding.
All right,
Okay.
Pa, I think we're supposed to need to take a break now, right?
Yes, it is 16 minutes after 8 o'clock. We'll take a break and we'll be right back after these messages.
Residents of Dangriga now have their very own brand new modernized multi-purpose complex, compliments of the government of Belize. This $3.5 million investment in the cultural capital will host sporting events, cultural events, and shows, and can double as a hurricane shelter. Features include seating for 1,000, a fully FIBA certified wooden court, locker rooms with full bathrooms, a stage and changing rooms backstage, concession stands, office space, and ample parking. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
The San Ignacio-Santa Elena Bypass project is now complete. The transformation began in 2012, and now residents of the Twin Towns and visitors alike are enjoying the end result. Works include the full pavement of Lamalus Boulevard, along with 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage, LED lighting, and a roundabout at the entrance of Santa Elena. The Twin Towns now boast the longest and widest bridge in Belize, immune to flooding from the occasional rise in water levels of the McCall River. A bypass road was also built linking the new bridge to Joseph Andrews Drive, which was rehabilitated, as well as 1 mile of pavement, a median, and 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage. This was all done to the tune of $34.8 million. But that's not all. The project was extended due to savings from the successful execution and implementation of the initial scope of works. Now over 2 miles of additional roadworks will commence, including George Price Avenue, Liberty Avenue, and the George Price Highway between Three Flags and Hawksworth Bridge. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Six cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
It looks like it vibrates. You think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the watchers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine, Rush Franz, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Why go anywhere else on vacation when an unforgettable experience awaits you right here in your own backyard? Explore southern Belize, home to the Cacao Trail, the historically rich Maya, and our illustrious southern heritage. Satisfy your sweet tooth with a cacao tour, relax by the river, or enjoy a basket weaving demonstration. Stop in for some delicious southern food. Come and enjoy some good old-fashioned southern hospitality. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Freshly extracted local honey, perfect for today's dessert. And these locally produced onions, they are just the right size for my popular onion rings and hamburgers. And these cuts of sheep lamb, also grown locally, are just perfect for my succulent barbecue. When I think about my family's health, I buy local products first. After all, they are fresh and healthier. And if you do the same, you're shaping a brighter future for your community, your family, and yourself, as local spending circles back to you. Remember, when you buy local products, you are building a better Belize. This message is proudly sponsored by the Food and Agriculture Organization, European Union, Ministry of Agriculture, and Belize Marketing and Development Corporation.
The sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at derekgillett31@gmail.com. Gillette's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico.
Sign up today. Now available in Corozal. Coming soon to San Ignacio.
Notice the residents of rural communities in Orange Walk and Corozal districts. If you value your health and your children's health, you will dispose of your garbage only at approved sites. The disposal of garbage at any other location is illegal, and if caught, you can be fined up to $5,000. If you don't get caught, you can still suffer health impacts caused by these illegal sites, because illegal dump sites harbor pests such as rodents, possums, and mosquitoes that carry diseases. These can transmit those diseases to you and your children. In addition, the garbage you throw away illegally can contaminate water bodies near your community, the same water bodies you might use for recreation or other purposes. Only with your help can the Department of Environment ensure that Belize's development is safe for present and future generations. You can also contact your local village councils or Belize Solid Waste Management Authority for more information. The Department of Environment thanks you for your help.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It is exactly 24 minutes after 8 o'clock. Bienvenidos de vuelta a las 8:24 minutos. En los segmentos anteriores hemos estado hablando acerca de la inundación que ocurrió en ciertas áreas y que hasta cierto punto ciertas áreas todavía son vulnerables, siguen siendo vulnerables a inundación, y especialmente las áreas bajas, porque luego de tanta lluvia que sucedió este fin de semana y en ciertas áreas llovió por 7 horas casi sin parar.
Constantly.
¿Ok? Eso, compañeros y compañeras, es bastante agua. Si tú vas por el río ahora, vas a darte cuenta que hay muchos gajos y flotando en el río, y los water lilies están ya en medio del río, lo cual indica que hay corriente de agua bastante fuerte y que al final del día cayó muchísima lluvia en ciertas áreas, que toda esa agua pues tiene que correr, y gracias a Dios no tenemos reporte de ninguna área aquí en Orange Walk que esté bajo de agua.
Yep.
Ninguna inundación por el momento. Pero Lo que sí tenemos, compañeros, compañeras, es que las calles están sufriendo muchísimo luego de tantos días de lluvia. Y y date cuenta que justo estos días, cuando tenemos la apertura de las escuelas en el centro, cuando hay tanto vehículo pasando por Baker Street, Main Street, Park Street y todas esas áreas, Muffles Church, what is it called? Muffles Street? Yes,
Yeah, that's Muffles Street.
Okay. Cómo están bastante decaídas las condiciones de las calles. Están horribles las calles en estas áreas. Y queremos pedirle al Town Council, por favor, siendo la primera vez que les estamos pidiendo, trayéndole a su atención de que estas áreas necesitan de reparación urgente. Las calles se están quebrando ahí por la tortería de Telly, y ahí por el área de Alonso. Está literalmente quebrándose la calle. La calle bajando a Baker Street, desde por Casa Económica hasta el río, está una desgracia. ¿Ok? Huecos hondos en medio de la calle. ¿Ok? La área también también Gravel Lane está desboronándose. Hay que tener este compromiso. Tenemos este compromiso. Ustedes tienen este compromiso. El Town Council tiene este compromiso con el pueblo de reparar y mantener las calles. Les pedimos, siendo esta la primera vez, que por favor le pongan atención. Me dio mucho gusto ver de que se hizo algo acerca de la calle de por Banquitas llevándose a Independence Plaza. Espero que no terminó ahí, porque solo se rellenaron los hoyos, pero falta pavimentar esa área. Yo creo que se podría crear algo muy bonito en esa área. Si es que Fort Monday no solo es ese pedacito de cemento que ves ahí. Fort Monday originalmente se construyó para incluir todo lo que es el Police Station and Administrative Buildings. Se pudiera hacer algo bastante importante en esa área. ¿Ok? Y simplemente necesitan gente como posiblemente tú que me escuches, que se envuelvan y que hagan toda la diferencia. Muchas veces nos preguntamos cómo ciertos países o ciertos municipios logran tener tantas cosas bonitas. Es porque la gente se envuelve. La gente se envuelve y lo pelea. Es tiempo que nosotros nos elevemos y que digamos, yo quiero ser parte de esto. Porque yo creo que con mi contribución podemos hacer una gran diferencia.
That's right, that's right.
Okay?
Yep. Well, thanks for that, Emmanuel. But Emmanuel, Belize has a new queen.
Mm-hmm.
This pageant was held on Saturday last.
The Miss Belize Universe.
Yeah, at the Belize Biltmore Best Western. It was won by Janelle Fraser. She won the Miss Universe Belize 2018.
Is she the one? I didn't see it, but is she the one with the short little afro?
No. That one came in second.
Came in second.
Yeah, she came in second. Yeah, but
was she the one with was the one Miss Fraser one with the big smile?
Yeah. Yeah, there she is.
That's the one.
Yeah.
That's
you know,
the one.
she was very good in her.
Let me see her again.
You want to see her again?
Yes, why not? But she is pretty.
She is. All of them are beautiful. She did well in her speech. In her speeches, her answering of questions represented very, very well. Very, very well. But, you know, Janelle Fraser has won Miss Universe Belize 2018. Fraser was crowned as the new Miss Universe Belize on Saturday night. She's from Belize City. at the Biltmore Plaza Hotel in Belize City, and she was crowned by former Miss Universe 2016. You know who that is?
Rebecca?
That's right. Yeah, she was one crowned by. Before the competition, Fraser expressed her excitement to the possibility of becoming a beauty ambassador for Belize. She said, "I've never been so excited about the possibility of winning and being an ambassador for my country. It's amazing the things that you can accomplish when you believe in yourself. Thank you to everyone who has been sending me kind messages and words of encouragement. It means the world to me to know that the Belizean people respected and trust me." Fraser will represent Belize in the 67th edition of the prestigious Miss Universe pageant. This pageant is scheduled to take place on December 17, 2018 in Bangkok, Thailand.
Wow.
3 months, pa?
Yes.
3 months?
But I'm going to say something. If I were a girl, I would, even if I lose, I wouldn't mind going to Bangkok, Thailand.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
just taking up all that culture in that area.
Yeah. I just hope that she would seek some kind of assistance from Rebecca as well, because Rebecca did well. You know, he did very well in representing her country and presenting herself, and from past queens as well, because 3 months of preparation is minimal, you know, pa, for a world stage
Well,
like
I was
that.
told that the people from the Miss Universe committee in Venezuela, that these girls are trained for like a couple of years.
Yeah.
Before they actually get on the stage.
Yeah, when you're born and you're growing up, they select you when they see how you're growing up. Okay, we will start molding you.
Yes, and they teach you how to walk, and they teach you how to talk, and they teach you how to do everything.
Yep.
You know.
That's why.
And they tell you about self-confidence, because
yeah,
that is very important.
That's the key.
You could smart no hell, but if you could be kind of arrogant and think, you know, and win, you know, because those judges are looking for those that are humble in spirit, but yet very confident of themselves.
And the way you deliver your speech, the accent. That's why you say anytime you have any big pageants, Emmanuel, and Mexico or Venezuela come out, that's when you hear the big applause of everybody, because Mexico and Venezuela are two countries. I don't know how they do it, but when these girls are up there, they are well prepared. Very, very well prepared and ready for that stage.
Man, I don't know 3 months in preparation. These people go through years, sometimes 2-3 years of preparation.
Yeah.
Because they're selected from way before to be able to represent their country.
Yeah, and we know that right here in Belize, we know that the government puts up a little part of the money. But these contestants here in Belize, they have to go around and do their fundraisers and try to make up the amount of money for them to travel and to get everything done. Remember, they have to travel their full wardrobe too, you know, pa? They have everything, and these things cost money. Because when you reach an airline and you travel and so much things, you got to ready for pay up their freight and things like that. You know, so it's not just okay. She will be going to Thailand, Bangkok, and they're not just that. And apart from doing that, she has to get herself personally prepared, because she is the product. She's the one that's going to be on that stage.
So true. So true. Well said.
Yeah.
Well said. Well, it can be very expensive traveling all the way to Bangkok. And especially if you have so many shoes and so much clothes that you want to be changing, because you have to change your clothes ever so often.
Yeah.
You know? And I would imagine, well, in those areas, ladies and gentlemen, I haven't been to Bangkok. That's why I'm saying that I would love to go. But I know of a number of people who have been there. But the hotels are beautiful, out of this world. And I mean, and the service is the best all over the world. The best. I mean, it's known around the world that the service and attention given to impeccable detail in these countries for those hotel rooms. So you will easily find that in your room you'll have you have all the amenities that you can possibly need, and top service. So I mean, te saludo, le envío saludos a la nueva reina Miss Belize Universe, Miss Universe, y Miss
Fraser.
Miss Fraser. Y and she's pretty, es bien bonita, bien parecida, y le deseo todo lo mejor desde muy temprano. Y pedirle que por favor haga máximo esfuerzo para representar Belize bien.
Yeah, don't go there with any kind of fear. Just like you represented yourself on Saturday at the Biltmore, represent yourself to the max. Believe in yourself. Like Emmanuel said, you have to believe in yourself. You can't have no doubts. But Emmanuel, you have to congratulate all the other candidates that participated as well, no?
Of course. It struck me that I did not see any from Orange Walk.
And we had from Corozal.
And we had from Corozal. We had Corozal, we had Belompan, we had Belize City, and
Dangriga.
we had Dangriga. But Orange Walk, no show.
Nada. Yeah, no
I
show.
didn't even know that there were people that they were recruiting.
Yeah, well, I guess I don't really know how they do it, if they do it publicly or they just go around, because the young lady that was selected, that was there from Corozal, I'm not know if she was selected. She participated in a pageant for Miss Esther Amor as well. So probably from there she was known.
She was here with us.
Yeah, she was here with us. You know, so we want to congratulate her and her team and everybody who made that bold step. And I must say that the Biltmore was packed to capacity. So we like them kind of things that so when time people come out and support your local, because it's local, it's us. This is what we do, this is what we have. Maybe we know might have what other countries have, but guess what? The countries, we know might realize that the country admire what we have. So live with what you got and appreciate what you got.
That is so true. That is so true.
You know?
So true. Pero lo importante es de que Belice sea bien representado y nunca hemos logrado, compañeros, estar en el segundo o tercer lugar, mucho menos haber ganado el certamen, pero cada vez nos sentamos frente del televisor y decimos, vamos a ver qué sucede. Y por lo general, desde la segunda porción, bueno, vemos que Belice ya no está. Y te preguntas, bueno, ¿y por qué? Si la chica es bien bonita, luce bien, alta, bien educada, pero ¿qué es lo que le hace falta? ¿Qué le pudiera hacer falta a Rebeca, a esta muchacha, para ganar? Y todo lo que te dicen es de que es algo que quizás las palabras no pueden explicar. Están buscando un no sé qué. Están buscando una espontaneidad en la muchacha. Están viendo su carácter. Están viendo qué confiada es de ella misma. Si es que todo es preparado o si tiene ella una vida, una capacidad de poder reaccionar así rápidamente. ¿Y cómo reacciona? Si es que se queda nerviosa, ansiosa, o si es firme, ya luego de ponerla en situaciones difíciles. Porque las preguntas suelen ser difíciles. Suelen ser bastante difíciles. Así que lo que están viendo es esa capacidad de esa persona, cómo sobresale, puesto que, y las personas que mejor logran impresionar a los jueces son los que ganan. Muchas veces no es necesariamente la más bonita, ni la más alta, ni la más, ni con la que tiene ojos más azules, sino simplemente aquella persona que te dio una impresión que las demás nunca te dieron.
Yeah, but what happened is, like you rightly said earlier, like Venezuela and other countries, they prepare their candidates. They like really make the product flourish from so many years before they want to come up to go up on this pageant. Like the Belize right there, so that yearly. 1 year they pick up, okay, that's it. Next year we'll find one next amount of, one next set of people. When right now you're supposed to don't have people coming up, seeing these pageants, make them get in a pageantry, so that when the time come, not even on the Belize stage, they should have feel nervous, much less when they go up on the Miss Universe stage. You understand? This is the season of pageants right now because we hear over the country that Belmopan don't select the Queen of the Bay. I believe San Ignacio, Santa Elena don't select the Queen of the Bay. They have different parts of the country. Then they will have the big Miss Queen of the Bay that Belize City. I think that's supposed to come up sometime around this week.
We don't hear not like that here at Orange Walk because I guess that I don't know if the PUP embraces the concept of Miss Queen of the Bay. In fact, I think that's something that the PUDP used to follow.
Queen of the Bay, yes.
Queen of the Bay was, one of those things. Then again, the PUP makes us think that the September 10th Battle of St. George's never did happen. Y lo están haciendo de menos y de menos y de menos. Así que nosotros aquí en Orange Walk nos quedamos siempre sin nada que hacer el 10 de septiembre. Y eso no está bien.
Yeah, last year we had one queen for Orange Walk, whatever though bad. Then that was Esmeralda, but we had the other young lady from Yo Creek as well that won the Miss Esther Moore pageant. And these are Orange Walk. So Orange Walk has the potential of doing it. But the thing is that, is there a pageant committee here in Orange Walk? Does the Miss Queen of the Bay pageant has someone in the different districts looking at and taking care of these pageants? Do they go out and have sessions with persons, with young ladies, and try to talk to them about
pageants? And Orange Walk has beautiful young ladies,
Well, a lot too. Intelligent too,
beautiful young ladies. I go like, honest to God, if they're willing, it's a different story. To go up on the stage, that's a different story. Because, me no want. And my mom, she went dead if I ask her.
Yeah.
That's the first thing they tell you.
Yeah. Me afraid to go up against the people at Belize.
Right.
They have the fear. Why is that fear in them?
Why is that fear? Because they're not confident in themselves. Confident because that they're going to win, that they can win, but then also being able to say, tell you what, I lost, but the experience was beautiful.
When somebody will be, I think when somebody will be successful for Orange Walk, that when that person get up one day and say, you know what, Mom, I'm talking to you because I have decided to be a candidate in the Queen of the Bay or the Miss Belize. And I will do it, and I'm asking you all for your support, and she starts going around and asking people for support. It's not like somebody, the committee come and say, hey, that girl, she go to college, she's smart, or that one only look pretty, or that one tall. Make her get that one. It's not like one time somebody go get you that. When you get up and you say, hey, this is what I want to do, and I'm going for it.
So true, so true. Pues vamos a ver si quizás con estas pláticas logramos motivar a ciertas personas que tengamos un certamen de Miss Queen of the Bay aquí. También lo merecemos, también, ¿qué pasó? Debemos de tener nuestro certamen aquí, no solo otros países, otros municipios, pero también Orange Walk. La cosa es de que la gente no lo pide. Viene el 10 de septiembre, no hay nada que hacer. As a matter of fact, voy a tratar de conseguir gente que nos venga a poder hablar acerca de la importancia de la batalla de San Jorge para que entonces todos podamos identificar con el himno nacional que hace mención de los hombres de la bahía. ¿Okay? Porque muchas personas ni idea tienen quiénes son los señores de la bahía. Ni idea tienen qué sucedió ese día. Y por eso no pueden identificar con el himno nacional y no tienen nada de respeto para ello. Lo cual está malísimo. ¿Ok? Y lo primero que te dice, yo no soy beliceño, yo soy guatemalteco. Así. Como si en defensa de que yo no, si a mí me entiendes, liberándose y despojándose de todo beliceño. Pero aquí vives, aquí has hecho tu casa y debes de envolverte suficiente para aprender el himno nacional, la oración nacional y todo beliceño. Es decir, todo beliceño. Al final del día, Belice te está dando un lugar donde puedes comer y vivir bien y mejor, te atrevo a decir, mejor que en el país de donde vienes. Eso lo dije yo.
Yeah, every September celebration, they select a theme for the September celebration. This year they had more than 200 entries. But the theme of the September celebration is supposed to be a significance of the Battle of St. George's Caye and the independence that we celebrate. What do you gather from this theme that we have for this year, Pa? Belize that for we, now and forever, 8,867.
Well, the 8,867 is a direct reference to the amount of square miles that Belize is made up of. In other words, 8,867 square miles, and not 66, not 65,
and not 68,
not 64. 8,867. In other words, Belize's territorial integrity. This is what is important.
That's why I said Patah Belize that for we, now and forever, with the 8,867, right?
That's exactly right. And this is, I'm going to read a bit again that says, the international community for 25 years, this information as to the years may be outdated, but for so many years, has not only supported our right to self-determination and territorial integrity, but has insisted that in order not to violate the hallowed international principle, hallowed means the much acclaimed international principle of the stability of boundaries, we should maintain our territorial integrity, and indeed the United Nations General Assembly has called on the relevant organs of the United Nations, ICJ being one, to, unquote, guarantee Belize's security and territorial integrity after its independence. And that resolution is Resolution 35/20 of 1980, paragraph 7. Super important words, ladies and gentlemen. Let me repeat it for you again. And indeed, the United Nations General Assembly has called on the relative organs of the United Nations, the General Assembly, the Security Council, the International Court of Justice, the ICJ, to, unquote, guarantee Belize's security and territorial integrity after its independence. So, no ICJ could split this country of Belize.
That is firm.
None. They cannot violate the principles of the United Nations.
Yeah.
You see how these things are well documented, man? And I mean, for as much as you want to talk bad about certain people, George Price and Assad Schuman and those people did a lot of good. They lobbied and they lobbied and they lobbied and they lobbied to ensure that Belize's stability and territorial integrity remain firm. And this is important.
This is somebody's perception. They say the problem is that George Price taught the PUP to hate and oppose the English and the Americans and even Israeli. I don't really know what I mean by this.
Well, I've been hearing about Israel. I don't think that Israel's going to... Israel might be featuring, but I think that we are overreacting when it comes to Israel. At the end of the day, yes, money talks and BS walks, but you see what happens is that había una relación muy extraña entre Israel y Guatemala. Israel le vendió hasta munición a Guatemala hace unos cuantos años. Si lees el libro ese, que te dije, el cual, o si logras comprarlo, y yo te pido, cómpralo, velo, búscalo. El libro de Assad Schuman, el nuevo, que dice Guatemala's Claim to Belize, The Definitive History. ahí vas a llegar a saber lo que nunca pensabas que había ocurrido. La relación con Israel, los americanos, cómo esos hijos de su mamá estaban listos a entregar en un tiempo, los americanos estaban listos a entregar a Belice a los guatemaltecos. Sí, los mismos americanos. ¿Ok? Porque los Estados Unidos tenía mucho interés en Guatemala, muchísimo interés. As a matter of fact, the United Fruit Company era dueño de todo Guatemala casi, y con mucho interés, muchísimo interés en Guatemala. Resulta de que en los Estados Unidos hasta mandó a tumbar al presidente actual de Guatemala hace unos 60 años. El presidente de Guatemala, no el actual. Perdón, esa palabra no debió estar ahí. El presidente de Guatemala. Y porque ellos pensaban que ellos podían controlar eso. Ya gracias a Dios hemos visto de que esos Estados Unidos ya no es ese tipo de país. Pues no tanto. Pero al final del día, yo creo que los Estados Unidos, aunque quiera envolverse en esto, va a ser bastante difícil que ellos se envuelvan y que puedan influir en la decisión de los jueces. Súper difícil, súper difícil, hasta improbable, imposible.
Quote unquote. George Price was financed by Guatemala to work for them. That's a text that came in. I think referring to the Israeli.
Yo te invito a que leas el libro de Assad Schuman. Ahí te explica claramente el envolvimiento. No quiero aventarme a continuar esa discusión, pero te invito a que lo leas, el libro. Ahí te lo dice todo. Ve a Banquitas hoy y te lo lees. Creo que en el 4º capítulo te habla justamente de eso.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll wait for make this ICJ campaign come in. We're gonna call you and we'll have one text. Let's take the call. Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show.
Good morning.
Morning. Good morning, sir.
Yes, we're here.
Morning.
I just want to remind you, if you recall, when the United States did not vote for Belizean independence, and Israel was firmly with Guatemala. As a matter of fact, there was a plane load from Israel bringing weapons to Guatemala that was intercepted in Barbados sometime in 1973-74 thereabouts, no?
But that was not the latest resolution. That was one...
I'm not speaking with the resolutions for peace. I'm telling you what history is saying and what happened in history. Now, just before independence, the State Department of the United States issued a statement that said something like this: a small country like Belize has to be expendable on the greater global perspective. This is a statement from the U.S. State Department. And that is why they were not voting for Belizean independence. In other words, you know what that statement says? Analyze it word by word in international relations. It means that we are worth nothing for the United States. And we could be sacrificed because on the greater global perspective, Belize is expendable. The word, the key word is expendable. You can be done away with. Think about it. Okay, thank you.
Thanks to you. Thanks to you.
You see, like sometimes, politics get some people fearing at some people, you know, because of all these books you are reading, and I know right now they have a lot of students reading the book from Assad Schuman. Somebody say Assad Schuman is PUP. He said, and U.S. He said the U.S. sold and sell weapons to Belize and other nations. I don't really know exactly where this person is coming from, but if Assad is a PUP or UDP, Assad is a Belizean, as far as I know.
You see,
and I know Assad is a man who love and believe in a country a lot.
You could say that Assad has strong roots in the PUP. I will not be talking about or trying to convince you that he's not a PUP or whatever, but he was a minister he was an ambassador with ministerial ranking.
Right.
He was Said Musa's advisor for many, because very few people have the credentials that this man has. He has a bachelor's, a master's, and a doctorate. Okay? Now the man has decided to go to Cuba and to live peacefully and to remove himself from the political scene, active political scene in Belize. Where he writes, and he is one of the more versed persons in Belizean history, political history, and believe me, he has a lot of respect, received a lot of respect from people, very simply because of his ability to tell you the truth, regardless if it hurts the PUP or if it doesn't hurt the PUP. Okay? If you begin to read that book, believe me, it will tell you everything that you never knew how has happened in the past. The Philip Goldson, the Richardson, all these characters that were setting the stage in the 1950s. Okay?
Yeah.
And he makes ample mention of all of the trickery and all of the goings on in those times. He doesn't mince his words. So if he's a PUP or not a PUP, it really doesn't matter. The information that he puts out there is true.
Okay, let's go.
All
It's
right?
education does not make a person truthful. And the next one says here, that is just a book. What will happen if we lose?
Well, hopefully the book is there to help you understand the Guatemalan claim. All right? When you say lose, lose in what way? Lose in what way? Lose in what way? What do you mean by losing? That Belize is going to be reverted to Guatemala? How can you give Guatemala something that never belonged to Guatemala? Think about it. They may claim that Belize belonged to them, but that's their version. Not even belonged to Spain, because Spain was saying that, Belize is theirs. And Guatemala is claiming that they got their rights from Spain. But Spain never did one Belize, and never did reside and exert control over the area. How can Guatemala presume to have those rights? You see any big Spanish cathedrals like in Mexico City? Do you see any Spanish forts in Belize? Do you see anything that would indicate that Spain had a presence here in Belize? Zero, nothing. So how can we possibly lose when at the end of the day we have treaties? And this is why it's important for people like you to read more.
Yeah.
Read.
What is Mr. Arlington and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs saying about all this? Well,
about what?
I think exactly what they're talking about. They have their campaign. Their campaign have started already, but unfortunately, it's not in the north. But I know it's on some medias in Belize City, some of the national medias. It's on the Positive Vibes. It's on, I think I saw it on Love and some other network in Belize City. But we were told that by sometime this week, we should have that campaign coming our way here in the north.
Actually, I spoke to personnel from the Foreign Affairs, and the campaign should be rolling out for here in the north sometime by the end of the week.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that.
Okay.
But by the end of the week also, registration centers will be closed, and it's 9:01 and it's time for us to go.
Right, like nada.
Yeah, it's time for us to go.
Well, my mouth dry, I guess that's the reason why I get
Folks, we'd like to thank you all who tuned into the Sugar City Morning Show right here. If the good Lord so will, myself and Emmanuel will be back with you tomorrow, hoping that you'll have a most wonderful, splendid, and productive day today. Shall we take this call, Pam?
Yes.
Hello, good morning. Final call of the morning.
Buenos días.
Muy buenos días, señor.
Solo quiero dar mi pedacito sobre esto de Belice, Guatemala.
Ándale.
Sí, señor.
Oiga, no creo que los que son cristianos han oído de que cuando vino que Cristo predicó que había una orden vieja refiriéndose a la ley de Moisés, y ahora hay una orden nueva diciendo la orden vieja ya no vale, ahora el que vale es la orden nueva, que es ojo por ojo, ya no es ojo por ojo y diente por diente, sino que ya sabemos el otro lado, el amor. Lo mismo está pasando en este caso. Mucha gente creo que no entiende. En 1945, cuando se formó las Naciones Unidas, una de las declaraciones de las Naciones Unidas dice de que la orden vieja que regía al mundo antes, que era más la ley del más fuerte, de aquel que tiene fuerza, puede arrebatarle a otros, o sea, la ley de la conquista.
Usurpar. Ajá.
Entonces, ahora, la ley nueva establecida por las Naciones Unidas es de que ningún país, por más grande que sea, puede arrebatarle a otro país lo que es de él.
Muchas gracias, señor.
Y el otro punto es esto, de que también las Naciones Unidas declaró que todo país que tenga dominación sobre otro país tiene que darle su independencia a ese país, siempre y cuando que la gente de ese país así lo pida. Por eso es que hoy somos independientes, porque nosotros perdimos ser independientes, y Inglaterra, bajo las Naciones Unidas, tenía que darnos la independencia. Ahora, vamos a regresar al punto de Guatemala. Vamos a tomar en cuenta de que el ICJ es un brazo de las Naciones Unidas. Y las Naciones Unidas y el ICJ va a hacer decisiones bajo lo que las Naciones Unidas creen, el criterio que debe usar es el criterio de las Naciones Unidas. O sea que las Naciones Unidas ya no creen en la ley ya de que Guatemala tenga derecho a esa política, o España, eso ya se acabó. ¿De qué se va a pasar el nuevo orden es uno, de que si el país, el territorio, en este caso Belice, si ha sido controlado por las personas que viven dentro de ese territorio, que si hay un gobierno dentro de esa gente que vive allá en el territorio, que en este caso nosotros lo decimos, si nosotros tenemos gobierno, que si nosotros tenemos claramente dividido nuestra línea, Guatemala tendría que ir a la corte y establecer de que ellos han controlado a Belice, y que yo sepa, nunca ha sucedido eso. Guatemala tiene que ir en las Naciones Unidas, en la corte, y comprobar de que ellos han tenido gobierno en lo que es el territorio beliceño, y no hay. Y Guatemala nunca ha establecido gobierno, sí han reclamado, sí han dicho de nosotros, pero siempre han respetado la línea que ellos reconocieron en 1859. Y por lo tanto, no tienen que ser abogados para darse cuenta de que todo es a favor de nosotros. Y nosotros tienen miedo de ir y que se establezca esta cosa de una vez por todas, que se solucione, que la vida en Guatemala firmó orden que reconoce la independencia de Belice y por lo tanto se reconoció la frontera de Belice también. Entonces, yo creo que por esa razón, yo creo que tiene problemas políticos en su país y ahora prefieren que vaya, porque por primera vez Guatemala está aceptando ir a la corte y que la corte les diga a dónde está la línea de Belice. Y la corte no tiene nada más que decir lo que se firmó en el 81. Esa es la línea de Belice, eso es lo que las Naciones Unidas dicen y eso es lo que se tiene que respetar. Y esa decisión se hizo bajo los principios que dieron el rato, que si tú has vivido allá, si tú has controlado, y que yo quisiera que alguien diga por la radio ahorita que muestre que Guatemala ha, en algún instante atrás, que ha dominado a Belice en alguna parte, que ha tenido gobierno de Belice en alguna parte. No hay, señor. Entonces, ese, bajo las uniones de las Naciones Unidas, este territorio es de los que vivimos acá en Belice, es mío, tuyo, de Chequín, de todos. Gracias.
A usted, señor, y muy agradecido estoy por esa llamada. Ojalá y tuviéramos más contribuciones de ese tipo, así bastante informada la persona, y le felicito, señor, bastante, le felicito muchísimo. Está usted bastante informado y ojalá y un día pudiéramos platicar más acerca de esto, pero yo pienso que al final del día, cuando ya te informas, ya lees, ya ves, ya las preguntas no vienen, ya todo está muy claro. Por lógica dices, pues vamos a ir a la corte. Si este Belice ya se lo ganó a ratos, esta sopa ese arroz ya está cocinado. Pero hay miembros dentro de la sociedad que propagan la negatividad y como la confrontación. Así que por sus propios motivos que tienen ahí. Pero al final del día...
This last time before, Guapa. Not really
yo ahora me arrepiento de no haber puesto más atención a mi papá. Él siempre me decía que George Price iba a entregar Belice a Guatemala, pero Philip y Richardson los descubrieron y por eso está a la cárcel, los mandó. Te invito también que para poder tratar con ese resentimiento que tienes, ve a Banquitas y pides leer esa porción del libro, y lo puedes leer en media hora, una hora, donde te dice acerca de los Belizean Players. ¿Ok? Te habla de Philip Golson, de Ray Richardson, de este y del otro, y te lo dice muy claramente, y te digo que hasta referencias tiene. Te va a interesar muchísimo ese libro. Bien escrito, yo te lo recomiendo, muy bien escrito. Y no es el único libro que haya en respeto, pero nosotros los beliceños tenemos que ir a las bibliotecas y a las librerías a comprar libros que tienen información, no solo para el gringo, no solo para los estudiantes, para mí, para Chequi, para Morris, para todos aquí. Por eso tenemos el problema ahorita, que el beliceño no sabe ni su propia bendita historia. Por eso tenemos este problema ahorita. El beliceño se niega a estudiar, a leer. Ponle una telenovela de esos que todos los vecinos tienen sexo con todas las personas en la casa, tienen sexo uno con el otro. Ahí está buena la novela. Pero para conseguir un documental que te habla acerca de la historia de Belice, no está boring eso.
Yeah, well, it's time for us to go, Pa. Somebody said, I think Guatemalans should not be able to vote for the ICJ and other Texas, but we need to go because we are far out of time.
Yes. Agradecidos al equipo de producción, a ti, Chequi, y a todas las personas que están contribuyendo durante el show y han estado pendientes. Mañana tendremos a
representantes
de Rotary El miércoles tendremos representantes de Yucatec Maya. El jueves tendremos representantes de
Belize Council
en Chetumal. El viernes tendremos el superintendente Chi. Y también, bueno, tenemos una semana planificada preciosa.
We'll be having Emil on Friday.
Y también Belize Market and Development Corporation. Así que no se lo fallen mañana a la misma hora. Mi nombre es Emmanuel.
I'm Robert Cheque Usher. If the good Lord so will, we'll be back with you tomorrow. Hasta mañana, pa.
Until we meet again. Se cuidan todos.
Sugar City Morning Show.
There's no need to go across the border to enjoy sun, sand, and crystal blue waters. Belize's